What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pete from the basement, and I got another unboxing video for you today. This is the Punisher Marvel Legends figure. He's got the camo pants and the face-painted skull. Now, I've had this figure for a while, way over there, off camera, and I just never had a spot for it behind me. But I figure since we're all stuck in quarantine and I'm doing these solo unboxing videos, it's as good a time as any, right? I even got my Punisher whiskey glass right there. And on the back's a little inscription that says, "It's a mistake to push a man to violence when violence is what the man has dedicated his life to perfecting." So, now this figure is a bit of an amalgam. Punisher never did a face paint in the comics. He did in the Marvel Now series from, I think it was like 2014, 2015. He wore like a skull-faced hood. And then in the Punisher video game, there was a mission where he wore all green. He had green camo, green shirt, and he painted his face with a skull. Then another Marvel Legends figure, when they were doing the Build-A-Figures, came out with Punisher Nemesis. Nemesis was the Build-A-Figure. I don't know who Nemesis is. He's this guy showing up on screen here. Punisher has the outfit that looks like the video game. Then came the Punisher Nemesis Funko Pop, which harkens back to the outfit from the video game with the Nemesis from the toy line. And then we have this, where it's just some camo pants and the face-painted skull. So, you guys do the math. I don't know if I'm wrong. If he actually did wear a skull face paint in the comics, let me know. I don't think he did. Alright, so before we go opening this, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Got Frank Castle on the right, and the same artwork on the left. Got the back of the figure, and a quick inscription there. Frank Castle takes to the streets and delivers brutal vigilante justice as the Punisher. Nothing on the bottom. And this nifty little Punisher emblem right on top. Alright, so let's get into this. Punisher's been in here for entirely too long, and I think it's about time we get him out. Cool background. Alright, so we got Frank out of the package, finally, and we got the belt back on. The belt is barely on, and I'll bring him in a little closer here so you can kind of see that little tab is barely sitting in the hole. It's just dying to come out, and it will come out at the slightest bit of movement at this waist joint here. And occasionally now see, if you're trying to swivel him by the chest, the jacket will get caught on the gun holster there, and that is just dying to pull the belt apart too. Definitely limits the amount of movement. And speaking of limiting the amount of movement, Frank's arms don't go up like yours or mine do. He will never be able to do the funky chicken. The elbow joint is non-existent. It just turns on the bicep there. So, yeah, that elbow doesn't turn at all. The hand's got some nice wrist movement up and down and side to side, so you can probably manipulate the gun pretty well in there. So, if you're going to play with this, or if you're going to give it to your kid to play with, and you don't want that belt to come off or get lost or maybe end up in their mouth, you might want to consider a little bit of glue on that. Overall, the belt is really cool, too. It's got these two nifty grenades, a bunch of magazines, an extra knife that also likes to get stuck on the jacket when you're trying to put it back on. Got a gun in its holster. I actually wish the holster was empty and it would be able to hold the pistol, the other pistol that he comes with. So, movement aside, he's probably just meant to stand there on a shelf. I actually have a lot of trouble standing up my Marvel Legends figures. I find that they don't like to stand unless the knees are completely locked out. Anybody else have that problem, or is it just me? But overall, the paint job's really cool. I mean, let's get a close-up on the face I really like this paint job. I like the messy hair. It's kind of a nice little touch. It's just a really cool looking figure. I like the cool leather jacket and the skull kind of painted on the armor there that he's wearing. I like Kevlar type vest. I like these little eye slits that the skull is rocking too. That's pretty cool, and it's different as well. Camo pants are cool. Two more magazines here on the leg holster. Let's take a look at some of the accessories. Frank comes with a separate head. Now, this is the exact same head in the Hasbro, the Toy Biz homage figures that came out a little while back, except the headband was red. That was the alternate head for that one. It's exactly the same. And in keeping with the tradition that the Punisher figures get all the same accessories, here are the three exact same guns that the John Bernthal Punisher figure came with. That was another Marvel Legends style figure that was based off of the Punisher's appearance in the Daredevil Netflix series and then the following Punisher series. So, trying to get the sniper rifle in his hand. I like the fact that he's got the finger to hold the trigger, but this thing does not like to hold on to this at all. The handle is just way too big. And given how his arms work, there's no good way for him to hold the rifle. I guess if you were playing with him and he was laying down, maybe, because I know you're probably going to be laying down with this gun trying to shoot somebody. It doesn't seem like the kind of, but I mean, this is Frank we're talking about, so he might be just holding the thing, blasting away at people, and yeah, it's kind of a difficult thing to get him to hold on to. All right, there we go, finally. Oh, and P.S. I knocked the damn belt off again, so we're gonna have to put that back on. Naturally. Now, I didn't attach the other two guns because, well, my Johnny Bernthal one is holding those two, so I figure might as well switch it up a little bit. All right, I'm going to try to get the belt back on without knocking the rifle loose. Wish me luck. All right, so I got the rifle in his hand, I got the belt back on, and I even got him to stand up, so I'm counting this one as a win. There you have the Marvel Legends Frank Castle with the camo pants and the skull camouflage head. Overall, I'm real happy with this figure. He looks cool, and with any luck, as long as he doesn't fall off the shelf mysteriously, he'll never come out of this pose. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell too while you're at it. We got a lot more videos coming your way. I got a lot more unboxings to do. We're going to be reviewing comics. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. Anything to keep us and you entertained during this quarantine craziness. So stick around. Thank you to all of our patrons. Yous are awesome. And you can stay up to date on all the videos that the Basement's putting out by subscribing to our newsletter. Just head over to peachbasement.com/the haul and drop in your email. We promise you we'll only send you one email a week. That's it. No spam at all. And that'll include all of the videos that we put up during that week. And of course, we always want to hear from you. How are you doing during this quarantine? What are you doing to keep yourself busy? Hit us up. Questions@peachbasement.com, facebook.com/peachbasement, Instagram, Twitter, etc. @peachbasement. I'm going to get this guy on the shelf, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peach Basement is copyrighted 2020. Ripped Productions. All rights reserved. So go fuck yourself. These things don't come out easily. Oh, bitch. Why doesn't that elbow turn? That's dumb. My elbow turns that way. His should too.